Slow down. My husband hasn't even ended the call yet. I slump on the floor with my butt raised high. As I listen to my husband's instructions, I continue to shift positions every now and then. Meanwhile, the gym trainer has one hand latching onto my hip while smacking my butt heavily with the other. Under my husband's instructions, he thrusts forward heavily. My coach was a 6-foot-tall college student with broad shoulders and a narrow waist. When I walked in, he was lifting a barbell, showing off every defined muscle. His arms looked strong enough to lift me effortlessly. The entire gym seemed charged with raw masculinity. All the restlessness I had been barely holding back flared up again. I almost couldn't stop myself from rushing over and straddling his lap right then and there. My eyes drifted down to the space between his legs, and my breath caught. It was larger than I expected. If I were to be with him, would I be stretched to my limit? Are you here to work out? Come on in. Your regular coach is off today, so I'm filling in. I'm Samuel Wolf. His words snapped me out of my thoughts. I lowered my flushed face, trying to hide the thoughts I'd just had about his young, toned body. Oh, okay. All right, let's get started. First, sit on this exercise ball, and we'll do a few warm-up moves. Samuel brought the ball over. I sat down, following his gesture, but my poor balance made me wobble all over the place. With a sudden lurch forward, I crashed into his firm chest. The scent of his masculinity hit me immediately. I hadn't been this near a man in ages, and suddenly, every part of me thrummed with anticipation. Be careful. Fearing I would stumble, Samuel reached out to steady my waist. His strong hands enclosed my slender frame, and when they brushed against the sides of my chest, tingling heat shot through me. I felt completely at his mercy, as if a single misstep could make me melt right into his arms. Next, engage your core and lean over this exercise ball. He was completely focused on the exercise, unaware that his touch had already ignited my body and left my cheeks burning with heat. I shook my head hard, trying desperately to push those inappropriate thoughts aside. Just as Samuel instructed, I leaned forward over the exercise ball. Excellent, just like that. Hold your position, Samuel said, looking down at my form. Suddenly, he barked, "Don't let your hips lift!" He swatted my backside. All the desire I had just forced myself to suppress ignited again. My legs clamped together uncontrollably, and a wave of warmth flooded my lower body, pooling wetly between my thighs. Afraid Samuel would notice, I blushed and scrambled to my feet, lowering my gaze. "Sam, I need to go to the changing room for a moment. I'll be right back." "All right, hurry up. Don't take too long," he called after me. In the changing room, I quickly stripped out of my clothes. Sure enough, I was soaked. All of this was Frederick's fault for always being away on business. He had honed my body to be unbearably sensitive, then left me alone in an empty bed. And now, just a light touch on my backside by another man was enough to make me react. At that thought, I felt utterly wronged, and the fiery restlessness inside me had not subsided at all. In the end, I simply pulled out the little toy I always carried with me, sat back in the chair, and slipped it inside myself. Just as I switched it to the highest setting, I realized I could see Samuel's back from this angle. He was doing push-ups. His arms looked as though they were made for weightlifting, and with every downward movement came the sound of his heavy breathing, which made my heart flutter. Suddenly, the sensation of him slapping my backside just now flashed through my mind. I couldn't help but wonder if he liked it rough. In my imagination, I was on my knees before him with my hips raised while he struck me repeatedly before entering me. With his solid build, I figured he would make me feel unbelievably good, like nothing I had ever experienced before. "Please go faster, Sam." Lost in the fantasy, I gripped the chair with all my strength and couldn't stop myself from moaning. My whole body went limp, melting weakly into the chair. Perhaps I was far too absorbed in my own pleasure, because I hadn't even noticed the pitch-black shadow that had already fallen over me. It wasn't until I caught a whiff of that sweaty scent that I jerked my head around. Samuel was right behind me, staring straight at my chest and gulping repeatedly. Click the link in my bio to get the full story for free.